Hello everybody and welcome to my studio on this beautiful Monday where we will be practicing mindful Energise together. So this is my signature class where I combine a little bit of my yoga teachings that I've been learning through my yoga teacher training, a little bit of Pilates and a little bit of my experience through circuit training and personal training, and bring it all together into this beautiful sort of mix of all of the benefits, or all of the things that I love from each of those methods of training. So as usual, we start this session seated on our mats and we find our center and we find our focus for today's practice. So today we are going to be dialing into the fire in our belly, otherwise known as the Solar Plexus chakra, the Manipura Chakra. And this is where we develop our willpower and our self-esteem and, the fire and the energy. So this is what we're going to focus on today. So let's come into our seated position, comfortable seated position. Grab a pillow or a number of pillows or a bolster, folded up blanket or a combination of folded up blanket and pillows, and get yourself this really nice big high, comfortable seat that you can sit your hips down onto and bring your legs folded in front of you. Remember, you can do this from any position that you find comfort in. If you want to sit on the couch with your feet on the floor, that's totally fine. If you would come up onto a seat with your feet on the floor, that's totally fine, as long as you can sit nice and tall and be present in your body. So we're not lying down and we're not slouching back. So that's really important for the start of this class. Now let's find that position. Make sure your knees are below your hips if you are seated on the ground. So if your knees are up here, pile those pillows up again, or bring your legs into a folded position as opposed to a crossed position. So there's lots of different ways you can move your legs to find your spot. Hands to the thighs, closing the eyes down, and let's bring our attention now to the breath. Let's rock forwards and backwards in the body until we find that point of wise effort. What I mean by that is using just enough effort to be seated and tall and alive through the spine and the body, but we're not straining or overly using muscles to a point where we feel like we're stressed. So find your point of wise effort, that little balance. Now start to deepen the breath. Bring your attention to the breath, breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Start to fill the belly with the breath. Really connecting into the body now, taking this moment of stillness to switch off from our surroundings and everything else that's happening, and to dial into our bodies, giving ourselves permission to completely commit to this practice today, to ourselves and to the practice. Sitting tall through the crown. Keep breathing. I'd like you to start to bring your attention to just above your navel in the belly, the solar plexus or the Manipura Chakra. And I want you to imagine a yellow circle or a yellow ball of light. Each time you breathe, that ball of light gets a little bit brighter. Maybe your circle or your ball spins, maybe it vibrates. Just connect to yourself and connect into that feeling and allow yourself to interpret it in a way that works for you. Feeling the vibrance of that yellow light starting to increase now. And with that fire in the belly. Now another big inhale breath. Expand that yellow circle, that yellow light or that yellow energy right there in the solar plexus, just above the navel. Now on the next breath, I want you to imagine that yellow light radiating and pulsing all through your body. Inhale, feel the radiance or that light move out. Exhale, feel the light come back in. Inhale. Yellow light moves through the body, energizes. Exhale, it comes back in. Keep going through this. Inhale, fill your body with that yellow radiant light. Exhale, draw it back in. See if you can feel some more vibrance through your body, or some more vibrations of that fire and energy. Last breath. Now just returning the breath to normal. We'll sit for a second. We're going to bring our belly to our abdomen, and we're going to do a variation of a breath technique called Kapalabhati. So Kapalabhati is a fiery, energizing breath used to bring your attention into your core and get your core working. I'm going to do a little bit of a variation because it can be a bit of a challenging breath. So basically what we're going to do, you're going to take an inhale breath. I'll demonstrate first, then you can join in. So take an inhale breath through the nose, fill the belly. On the exhale breath, we breathe out through the nose quickly as we pull the belly button into the spine. So you're pulling your belly button into your spine and using that force to expel the breath. We'll take 3 big deep breaths. And this is our 3rd breath in. Exhale, pull the belly button in and feel that your belly pull into your spine. And your inhale recoils naturally, automatically, and you pull in with the belly button as you exhale sort of quickly. So it's so you see my belly coming in on that exhale breath as I breathe out through my nose, and then it just automatically fills up. The breath comes back in, and I push it back out. So we're going to do 5 pumps or 5 presses of that Kapalabhati breath, and then we're going to do 3 deep breaths because it can be a little bit strange your first time doing it. Now, if you are on your menstrual cycle, or if you are pregnant, or if you have incontinence, or if you've got anything happening where you're not 100% or not feeling 100% confident in your pelvic floor area, then you can sit this one out today. Also, if you're feeling sick, or if you've just eaten, or if you have got a stuffy nose, just sit this one out and breathe comfortably and naturally. Otherwise, if you want to give it a try, let's give it a try. So we're going to bring our left hand to the belly. Other hand just rests down on the thigh. You can take your chin mudra if you like, or your yana. Now we'll take big breath in through the nose. Let that one escape. Now we'll do 5 pumps on this next inhale. Big, deep inhale through the nose, fill the belly. Big, deep inhale breath, exhale breath. 1. Big, deep inhale breath and exhale. This is 2. Another big, deep inhale breath and let it escape for 3. Next one, we do 5 pumps. Let's go. Big inhale breath. Big inhale breath, hand to the thigh. And just breathe now. See if you can feel a little bit more energy running through your body. A little bit more fire in the belly. A little bit more awakeness. Excellent work. All right, so now we're going to just move forward into our warm-up, and we're going to sort of gradually move through. Everything we do today is going to be focused on the belly or the Manipura Chakra. So let's move our bolster off to the side, just out of the way, because we will need it at the end. We're going to come into our 4-point kneeling or our tabletop position, and we're going to go through our cat-cow series. So knees below hips, wrists below the shoulders, elbows are fairly soft. Let's push up through the upper back. Gaze looking forward, and let's make sure the wrist crease is parallel to the edge of your mat or your area that you're working at. Now we're going to take an inhale breath, open the ribs and open the chest forward towards the mat and point your tailbone back. So chest points forward, tailbone points back. Exhale breath as we tuck the hips under, roll through the spine, pull up towards the ceiling in a curved spine position. Inhale breath, sinking through the belly, reaching forward through the chest, reaching back through the tailbone, opening up through the abs. Exhale, breath, tuck the hips under. Bring the head down, gaze towards the hips. Opening through the spine, drawing up towards the ceiling. Inhale, breath as we sink down and open through the front body, expanding the collarbones, eyes go forward. Exhale, breath as we tuck under, closing through the front body, opening through the back body, pushing up through the shoulders, tucking the hips under. Inhale, breath, we come forward and let's meet at a neutral position. Now we're going to bring the hands forward just a little bit, tuck the toes under, inhale, breath, exhale, sink back into child's pose or your variation. You might want to stop here, that's totally fine, whatever works for you in your body today. Sinking back into child's pose, reach the hands up nice and long, opening up through the chest. We're up on the toes here, so we're opening through the feet, opening through the hips at the back and through the chest. Inhale, breath, exhale, let's push forward, bring all of your weight above your shoulders and press up into plank. Hold this for a breath. Inhale, exhale, knees come down to the mat, sinking all the way back into that child's pose. So your hands shouldn't be moving. If you need some minor adjustments, you can do that. But we just want to find a balance between these two positions. Sinking hips back, pointing tailbone back. Inhale. Exhale, hinging forward, shoulders come above the wrists and pressing the knees up off the mat into plank. Inhale, now we're going to link breath to breath. So we're getting our breath in our body and our mind connected. Inhale as we sink the hips back, reaching back with the tailbone. Reaching forward with the fingertips. Exhale, pressing forward, coming to the shoulders above, wrists and knees come off the mat. We can stay here on the knees if you want to. Inhale, sinking back to child. Exhale as we hinge forward into our plank. Whatever plank you choose to take today, that's completely up to you. Remember, we all have different days and we have different bodies and nothing's the same. One more here. Coming forward. Now let's stay on the knees this time. Knees nice and wide, tuck the hips a little bit so we've got that rib to hip engagement, push up through the shoulder blades. Take an inhale breath. We're going to rock all of our weight over onto our left wrist. Roll the knees on top of each other and reach up tall towards the ceiling. So we're in sort of like a half plank position here. Reach the fingertips tall. Inhale, exhale, bring that right hand back to the mat. Rock back into child's pose. Inhale, exhale, roll forward. We're going to go to the other side now. So rocking all of our weight over to the right hand. Bring our left knee on top of the right. Open up into this big, beautiful open plank position. Fingertips to the ceiling. Exhale, hand comes down to the mat. Knees back together. Hinging back into that child's pose. So there we go. We're getting into the core already, getting that Manipura working and thinking about, bringing our attention right into that space of our body. Now we're going to inhale as we hinge back up into our 4-point kneeling and untuck the toes. Bring yourself up into this kneeling position. We're going to step our right foot forward and come into a lunge. My head's just coming out of frame there. We're going to come into this lunge position. Take an inhale breath. Hands to the hips. On the exhale, sink back until you're seated on your hip. If you can't get here, that's fine. Just come back so that we're here. But we want to come into a hamstring stretch. So folding forward over this front leg. A slight bend in the knee is best because that way we can be a little bit more comfortable here. Exhale, fold forward over that hamstring. Inhale, exhale. See if we can take a little bit more out of the stretch. Nice work. Inhale, exhale, a little bit more stretch. Inhale, breath, hinging back up. Bring the hands outside of the foot. Walk this rear foot back now until we're in a hip open. So we're just keeping the chest tall in sort of like a runner's lunge position here. So we're opening up through the hip or the front of our left hip. Reaching the chest forward. Keeping a nice long spine and a tall chest. Inhale. Exhale as we hinge back into that hamstring stretch again. So we're going to sort of fold back, keep folding back, keep dragging this heel back until you're back on your, seated on your leg, or you're in this position here, whatever is working for you today. If your knees are sore, or if your hips are sore, or whatever it is, find what works for you. You know your body better than anyone else, so listen to it when we work and when we move. And let's come back out of that one. We're going to swap over now. So just bringing the right knee down and the left knee forward. Starting in that sort of runner's lunge position, we're going to take an inhale breath. On the exhale, we're going to lean all the way back to a seated on the heel, opening up through that hamstring. So we're doing a really good limber this morning, a really nice limber. Get the body ready. Breathing, exhale over the leg. Inhale. Reach tall, exhale. Sink into the stretch a little bit more. Take an inhale breath as we hinge forward back into that kneeling position or that lunge position. Hands frame the front foot. Just walk this rear leg back now until you can feel a stretch opening or an opening here through the front of your hip. Keep the chest nice and tall. Remember, we're looking for a long spine and a tall chest. Breathing here, letting the hip open. Your hamstring at the front will get a bit of opening here as well. And let's take another inhale breath as we hinge back. Keep dragging this heel back. Keep dragging back until we're seated on that rear foot. We're folding forward, a little bit of a bend in the knee, finding that hamstring open. Breathing over the hamstring. Breathing over the leg, allowing your body to connect. So mind to breath, breath to body, that's always our focus for this class. And let's come back to the center. Now we're going to just find a seated position in the middle. Bring legs out to the fronts. So this is called staff. So you're looking for, ideally, hands by the hips, pressing up, so chest up towards the ceiling and legs out straight. This is actually a very, very challenging pose. It's really quite hard to hold this position, especially when you're looking for that really nice long straight back and that L position through the body. So if this is too challenging, just take a slight bend in the knee until you can get a nice long spine or neutral lower back, reaching through the crown, and you are feeling nice there. So that's why we sort of limbered up the hamstrings first so that we can sit in this position. We're going to do a spinal twist. So I'll show you this from the front point. So let's bring our right knee up. So we've got our foot outside of the left leg and our knee is up in towards the chest. Now we're going to grab our left arm and scoop up that knee. So make sure it's the opposite arm and the opposite knee that are in contact. This happens a lot, same arm, same knee, and you can see how you're not getting the stretch there. So our right knee is up in front of our chest. Our left arm comes, scoops that up with the elbow. If you can't reach, that's fine, just grab the hands behind the knee. And we want to inhale as we lift the chest up, exhale, we bring the left fingertips behind the body and we rotate into the stretch. So I'll show you that from the side. So we've hooked onto this knee, we've got it up into the chest. Inhale, breath reaching tall. Exhale, we rotate around to the side. So we're using these fingertips to sort of pivot our body around and twist. We're taking a twist through the body, through the torso. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, twist. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, twist. Inhale, back to center. And let's change sides now. So I'll move around so that I can still talk to you. So left foot now comes to the outside of the right leg. Your ankle should be just above your knee. Left knee is in front of the chest. Right arm comes around and scoops that knee up. So we're holding and anchoring that leg in. You can do this here as well and just take the twist from here if you're struggling to reach, or if you're a bit tight in the hips or something, we can just go here and use that as our twist. We don't have to bring the hand back here. So finding however you can grab onto that knee, bring the chest up nice and tall. Fingertips behind the back if that's available for you. Inhale, breath, reach tall. Exhale to twist around. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale to twist. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale to twist. Keep the body really nice and strong in this position. So tall through the spine. Imagine you're trying to get your chest up into the ceiling. We'll hold for a second here. And exhale as we come out. All right, so that is our warm-up and our limber done. And we're going to get into the session. So today we are doing, like I said, fiery belly movements. So what does that mean? A fair bit of core. With the poses, however, we're doing more sort of focus poses on the area. So instead of doing lots of repetitions around it where we're fatiguing, we're doing poses that will bring our attention right into our core and we can hold it there. So we're doing a little bit of holding, a little bit of sort of different movements that have to get you thinking a little bit, but it will be fun, I guarantee. So the first one we're going to do is called boat taps. Now we have a few options here. This boat pose is sort of a Pilates and a yoga position. There's a lot of positions and lots of exercises that transfer between both. The first round, I'll sort of break everything down as usual, speak about the concentration points in the technique as we practice. Second round, we go a little bit faster. Third round, we punch through it, we get a good, decent burn in there, but we should be working hard throughout. So our boat taps, we start here. Now we can grab on underneath the knees if we don't have the full pose available, and we'll talk about all of the variations. So take an inhale breath, reach the chest nice and tall, lean your torso back and float your legs up off the mat. So we've got here. Now ideally we want shins parallel to the mat. You can point or you can flex, whatever's comfortable for your feet. And we want the spine to be nice and long. So we don't want to be rounding through the back and lying like this, because we're sort of taking it away from where we want this position to be, or this pose. So let's bring it nice and tall. Hands can be behind the legs, holding, just so that you can get this pose. Now, if your hips are too tight and you can't get there, you can just bring the feet a little bit closer to the ground. So you can sort of bring the feet a little bit closer down to the ground, still reaching tall, still holding behind the knees. You can go here. Ideally, we're here. This is very top. This is our goal. So if we're not here yet, that's fine. That can be the place that you work towards. Now, in this pose, you'll be feeling thighs, hips, and core working hard. This is where we sort of in this folded position, this is all working together. So let's hold here. Hands are wherever you need them. Inhale, breath, exhale. We're going to tap one foot to the ground. Inhale, draw it up. Exhale, tap the other foot. Inhale, draw it up. So we're doing 5, 10 in total, 5 per leg. So reach tall, inhale, breath, exhale, tap. Inhale to return to boat, exhale, tap other side. Inhale to return. Keep reaching tall, keep thinking ribs to hips and T-zone tight. Inhale, tall, exhale, tap. Inhale, tall, exhale, tap. That's 3. Inhale, tall, exhale, tap. Inhale, back up, exhale, tap. That's 4. Reaching tall, inhale, reach tall, exhale, tap. Inhale, return, exhale, tap, changing sides each time. And we come down back to feet on the mat. So that is really strong through the hips, through the front of the hips and through the core. Now, the hip flexors we do need to work on. They always get told that they're tight, and we're always talking about having tight hips, but they can be tight and weak at the same time. So it's really good to work on them as well and give them some attention. All right, so our next one, we're going straight into low/high boats. So we come here, inhale, breath. Exhale. Now we've got 2 options. Either one, we hold the legs and we extend out as far as we can go. So if you can go here, that's great. That's, absolutely perfectly fine. Our other option, if we're here, is we come out. So that our tailbone and our pelvis is on the mat, our chest is up and our feet are up. Inhale, exhale, we come back to the top. That's 1. Inhale, high, exhale, lower. Inhale, hold, exhale, reach high. And I'm shaking. So here's your other option. That's 2. Inhale, high, exhale, lower down. Stop wherever you can. Think ribs to hips, belly button in strong. So navel pulling strong into the spine. Inhale, hold, exhale, lift. That's 3. Inhale, hold, exhale, lower. Inhale, hold, exhale, lift. That's 4. Inhale, hold, exhale, lower. Ribs to hips, T-zone tight. Pelvic floor drawing up. Inhale, hold, exhale, lift. That's 5. Only doing 5 of those. So yeah, we really want to focus on keeping that strong. So we're only doing 5, and we want to keep the abs working, not just the hips. The hips are going to be working hard, which is good, but keep the focus here. Keep the focus here. Manipura, solar plexus, core, navel. Keep all that tight and working. All right, so we are now doing an even more elaborate version of that. So we do this one and we finish. We're going to come back and finish here, and then we're going to lie all the way down. We're going to bring hands overhead, and we're going from a full extension into a tuck.
Now we've got a few variations here, and we're doing, again, 5 reps, and we're keeping it strong, focus strong here. So inhale, we reach tall. Exhale, we tuck the knees in, so we start to engage the core, start to think ribs to hips, start to think T-zone, pulling everything down tight. We tuck the knees in, we bring the hands down to the hips, and we tuck our knees all the way up as far as we can. So if we can get them to the chin, that's awesome. If not, if you can only get them just off the mat, that's also awesome. Just do what works for you. So we exhale, tuck right in. Inhale, come back to this sort of center position. Exhale, we reach the hands overhead and start to extend the legs. Floating legs, floating legs, floating legs. Keep pulling that belly button down into the mat. Keep it really strong here. This is working really hard. So inhale, we're out. That was 1. Exhale, start to tuck the knees in. Straight away, the first thing you should think is ribs to hips and imprinting the spine and getting the T-zone on. And come in, exhale, 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 exhale. Keep exhaling. Use your exhale breath to get that core going. Once your hands get to the mat, start to roll your knees up into the chest. Inhale, come back to that center point. Exhale, we extend all the way back out. Keep using that core the whole time. Keep thinking imprinted spine, pulling belly button to mat. T-zone tight. Pelvic floor drawing up. Inhale, hold here. Exhale, tuck, start bringing the knees into the chest, ribs to hips. Think imprint spine, T-zone on, hands start coming down to the mat. Once the hands reach the mat, take an inhale breath again if you need to, then exhale, tuck the knees all the way up as far as you can get them. Ribs coming to hips, really tight, really, really, really strong in this area. Inhale back to tabletop position. Exhale, extending all the way back out. 4. Last one. Inhale, reaching tall. Exhale. Hands come overhead. Knees come in. Tucking in, tucking in, tucking in. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Hold. Under control. Inhale. Exhale. So come back to this tabletop position. Now we're going to do roll into balance. Roll up into boat balances here. So straight into it, we may as well keep the attention here in the core. Take an inhale breath. We're going to hold behind the knees, tuck the knees into the chest. Exhale, rock up and find a balance. So here the challenge is to find a balancing point, a teeter point here. So inhale, roll back. Exhale, roll up, balance. Use your core. You really need to use your rib to hip connection, your T-zone and your hips to find that balance point so you don't over rock and lose it. So we're doing 5 of these again. So that was 2. Inhale, roll back, round through the spine so that you roll and you don't just fall flat. Exhale, come up, balance. Inhale, roll back. Exhale, balance. If you want to make it hard and add a challenge for yourself, do an extra exaggerated roll. So put a bit too much in there and see if you can control it at the top. Oh, too much for me. And balance. Awesome. So we'll do another one of these. I really like them. Inhale, roll back, round through the spine. Exhale, roll up. Find your balance point. And another challenge you can give yourself is to take the hands away completely. Awesome work. All right, rolling over now to the front into our plank. And we're going to do some top of the foot plank holds. So these ones are quite difficult. And we're going to go from this sort of tabletop position. So knees come a little bit back, just behind the hips. Push up through the shoulder blades, down through the fingers, really establishing your strong top body. Take an inhale breath, and the toes are untucked as we draw the knees up from the mat, using the core. Keep pulling belly button into spine. Keep that strong. Inhale, breath. Exhale, we are going to rock to the side and lift our left hand off the mat, just a little bit. Inhale, come to the center. Exhale, rock to the left hand side, reach the right hand. So we're just doing a tiny lift. All we're doing is transferring the weight, really. You don't need to bring the hand all the way up overhead. And if you lose the breath, that's okay. It doesn't matter if where you're inhaling or exhaling really here, just as long as you are, don't hold the breath. So we're going to do 5 per arm. So take an inhale breath. Exhale, floating up, knees off the mat. Inhale. Exhale, lift the right hand. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, lift the left hand. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, lift the right hand. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, lift the left. Inhale, back to center. That's 2. Exhale, lift the right. Inhale to center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center, 3. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. That's 4. Last one here. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. That's 5. Rocking back to child or whatever position you can find that's comfortable. So that's our first round done. We've got 2 more rounds after that. Second round, we're going to move through a bit quicker. So I'll give you your cues and your explanations, but I'm not going to pause and explain things. We're just going to go from one exercise to the next. Take a second here to relax if you need to. Grab a drink. I might grab a quick drink as well. And then we'll reset ourselves, recenter, get ready to go. All right, let's get round 2 going. We should feel that fire in the belly, and it's going to come even more intensely in this next round because we're going to have a little bit less rest between our exercises. So our very first one is our boat taps. So find your position, whatever it is, holding on, not holding, wherever you are. Inhale, float the legs up. Find your balance point. Now, inhale, hold chest tall. Exhale, tap the right foot. Inhale, draw up. Exhale, tap left foot. Inhale, draw up. That's 1. Exhale, tap right. Inhale, draw up. Exhale, tap left. Inhale, up. 2. Exhale, tap right. Inhale, draw up. Belly to button to spine. Exhale, tap left. Inhale, up. That's 3. Exhale, tap right. Inhale, draw up. Exhale, tap left. Inhale, draw up. That's 4. Last one. Exhale, tap right. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tap left. Inhale, lift. That's 5. And we're going to see if we can go straight from here into high to low boat. So inhale, reach tall. Exhale, down to low. Inhale, hold. Exhale, up to high. Holding here if we need to. That's 1. Inhale, hold. Exhale, low. Inhale, hold. Exhale, high. That's 2. Inhale, hold. Exhale to low. Inhale, hold. Exhale to high. That's 3. Inhale, hold. Exhale to low. Inhale, hold. Exhale to high. That's 4. Last one here. Find that balance. Inhale, hold. Exhale to low. Inhale, hold. Exhale to high. That's 5. Inhale, hold. Exhale to low. And coming all the way to the mat now. We're doing our extensions to tuck. So full body extension. So bring the hands overhead, reaching through the fingertips and the toes, pointing through the toes, making your body as long as possible. Inhale, breath. Exhale, imprint the spine, draw the belly button deep into the spine, and bend the knees, start drawing up. Tuck the knees to the chest, then ribs to hips, T-zone tight, pelvic floor, keep tucking, keep tucking, keep tucking. Chin, chest, knees all the way to the chin. Inhale, exhale, coming back all the way out. So extension. That's 1. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, start to slide the feet in. You can keep the feet on the mat if you need to, as long as you can, and really think, don't let your back extend here. Imprint the spine, ribs to hips, T-zone tight, belly button pulling down deep into the mat. Exhale, 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 exhale. Little inhale if you need to. Exhale, keep going up as far as you can. If you're here, that's fine. If you're here, that's fine. Just hold it. Really curl deep and get that belly button pulling deep. Inhale. Hold, exhale, lower the hips. Bring the feet to the mat if you need to and slide them back out. Or you can hover them. You can hover them off the mat. That's more core, that's a lot more intense. Inhale, reach tall. That was 3. Exhale. Tuck the knees in. Hands come by hips. And we curl up. We keep curling up. Belly button in, belly button in. Strong through the belly. Inhale. Exhale as you start to lower. Take another inhale breath as your hips touch if you need to. Exhale, keep going out, keep extending until we're long. Keep that back sucking in against the mat. As soon as your back starts to lift and you're losing control of your belly, okay, regress the movement. So keep the feet on the mat the whole time, or don't go as far with your legs. So stop your legs about here. If you are getting that extension through your back and you can feel it in your back more than your belly. So we've got one more here, reaching tall through the fingers, reaching tall through the toes. Inhale, breath. Exhale, think belly button in. Imprint your spine, get it in contact with that mat. Tuck the knees in. Hands come down by the side. Keep tucking the knees, keep tucking all the way up. Let's go as high as we can this time. As high as you can get your knees, as close as you can get into your head. Take an inhale breath here. Exhale, let's slowly bring it back down. Slowly, 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 back down, back down, back down. And extending all the way back out. Let's go all the way back out. And exhale once more until we've got our knees with our hands. Roll through the spine, so round through the back. Inhale, breath, flick the knees over or the legs over your head. Exhale as we rock up into those balances. So we've got 5 rocking balances to do here. Again, challenge is to take the hands away. So see how we go. Inhale, exhale. Sitting tall, nice. Inhale, roll back, rounding through the spine. Exhale, rock forward, balance. That's 3. Inhale, roll back, rounding through the spine. Exhale, rock forward, find your balance. That's 4. Pelvic floor up, keep the pelvic floor up. Inhale, rock back. Exhale, rock up. That's 5, and hold that for a balance for a little bit longer if you want to. You can sort of extend the legs, play around with it a little bit. And coming down to the mat, excellent work. This is almost the second round done. We're coming into those top of the foot plank, tabletop plank floats, and we're lifting the arms. So this time, I'm not going to give you the breath. I'm just going to tell you lift right, lift left. And just keep the breath going in the back of your mind. I will cue it every now and then just to make sure you are breathing, because that's really important. All right, here we go. Wrists below shoulders, wrist parallel to the front of the mat, pushing through the hands, pushing up through the shoulders. Take the knees back just a little bit so they're just behind your hips. Untuck the toes, inhale, breath, exhale, floating up on top of your toes, of your feet. Now, if this is hard enough for you, you can hold. You can just hold this. Otherwise, inhale, exhale, float right hand. Inhale, exhale, float left. Keep breathing. Float right, float left. That's 2. Float right, straight back to the mat after you've floated. Float left. That's 3. Float right, float left. That's 4. Last one. Float right, float left, and rocking back to child. Now, if you start to get pinching your lower back, so if you start to dip in your spine doing that one, you can come up onto tucked toes and do the same thing. You've got a little bit more activation, a little bit more protection. But I really wanted to see how we go with that challenge of top of the foot. All right, have a little rest, have a little drink. That's round 2 done. We've got our last one coming up, final round. And this one we are just going to get straight through. So we're just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 exercises in a row. This is going to be on fire, which is awesome. And as usual, as always, you know, with all of this stuff, because it's pre-recorded, feel free to do another round if you want to keep going. If it's feeling good and you want to get a bit more in there, you can do another round. Or if you're not feeling it today, or if you feel like it's pulling into an injury or something, you can just regress back and do 1 round or 2 rounds. Completely up to you. I'm going to stop distracting myself with conversation, and let's get this round done. So final round, and then we'll have a lovely little meditation and open and relax at the end. All right, so into our boat tucks, our very first one. Grabbing onto wherever we need to grab on our body and pivoting up onto the hips. Shins come parallel, chest comes nice and tall. Find your spot. Inhale, breath. Exhale, tap right. Inhale, float up. Exhale, tap left. Inhale, float up. Exhale, tap right. Inhale, float up. Exhale, tap left. Now, keep the shoulders down and back here. Make sure the shoulders are down and you keep breathing. Exhale, tap right. Inhale, exhale, tap left. That's 3. Inhale, exhale, tap right. Inhale, exhale, tap left. That's 4. Last one. Inhale, exhale, tap right. Inhale, tall, exhale, tap left. That's 5. Let's go straight into our boat lowers. So, you can grab a rest here, or let's just crack on. Inhale, hold high. Exhale, down to low. Inhale, hold low. Exhale, come to high. That's 1. Inhale, hold. Exhale, lower. Inhale, hold. Exhale, lift. That's 2. Inhale, hold. Exhale, lower. Inhale, hold. Exhale, lift. That's 3. Inhale, hold. Exhale, lower. Inhale, hold. Exhale, lift. That's 4. Last one. Inhale, hold. Exhale, lower. Inhale, hold. Exhale, lift. That's 5. Inhale, hold. Exhale, lower. Keep going down, keep going down, keep going down. Reaching tall. And we're going from our extensions to our curl ups. So, Inhale, reaching tall through the fingertips, through the toes. Exhale, as we float the hands up above head, imprint. Really important, imprint the spine. The first is draw your belly and your back down to the mat, ribs to hips. Start dragging the feet into the belly. Hands come to the mat. Keep tucking, keep tucking, keep tucking as far as you can go. Inhale. Hold, exhale, extend all the way back out. Now remember, you can stop here if you need to. Or you can keep going, or you can stop here if you need to. Or you can stay here. Completely up to you. And what your body is telling you to do today. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, tucking everything in, floating if we can. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Knees all the way in as far as we can get them up. Exhale, inhale, hold. Exhale as we lower down. And extend out. Take another inhale breath if you run out, but use the exhale to come all the way back out. That's 2. Inhale, reaching tall and long. Exhale, start to curl in. Bring the hands down to the mat. Keep curling, keep curling, keep curling. Knees into the chin. Inhale, hold. Exhale as we lower down. Remember, take that little inhale breath again if you need to when your hips get to the mat. If not, just keep continuing that exhale breath all the way out. 3. Inhale, exhale, tuck. Tuck and curl, tuck and curl, tuck and curl. Get everything in nice and tight. Ribs to hips, T-zone. Inhale, hold, exhale as we extend back out. We've got one more here. All the way back out long. Inhale, reach tall and long through the body. Exhale, imprint the spine. Ribs to hips, T-zone tight. Tuck, 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 tuck. Keep going, keep going, keep going. As far as we can go. And inhale, coming back. Finishing in that tabletop position. Bring the hands behind the knees. Or not, we can use the balance here. We're going to do our rocking roll up. So inhale, round through the spine. Kick the legs overhead. Exhale, rocking up into a balance. Inhale, roll back. Exhale, rock up. 2. Inhale, rock back. Keep ribs to hips, belly button in. Exhale, rock up. 3. Inhale, rock back. Exhale, up. That's 4. We've got one more. Inhale as we go back. Exhale as we come up. That's 5. Let's hold, 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 hold. Find that balance. If you want to, you can do some leg flutters to challenge your balance a little bit here. Really get into your core. And lower down. Let's roll over. Finishing on our very last exercise here is our top of the foot planks, or extended sort of tabletop plank kind of thing we got going on. Remember, top of the foot, toes tucked, whatever is going to work for you, but let's challenge ourselves at the top of the foot. Wrist beneath the shoulders, pushing up through the shoulder blades, fingertips pushing down into the mat. T-zone is tight, spine is neutral, pressing up onto the tops of our feet. Inhale, breath, exhale, lift right. Lower, lift left, lower, 1. Lift right, lower, lift left, lower, that's 2. Lift right, lower, lift left, lower, that's 3. Lift right, lower, lift left, lower, that's 4. Lift right, lower, lift left, lower, that's 5. Congratulations, you are done today unless you want to do another round and you're awesome. But otherwise, let's take this time to rest. Hinge forward and lie on your belly. Hands as a pillow if you want to. And just rest and breathe. So start to bring the breath back to normal. Breathing through the nose. Feeling all that newfound energy now in the body. Feeling that fire in the belly so you can really feel how much that point in your body, that belly button point or that solar plexus area is on fire and is working. And I want you to take that today and use it and take it off the mat and keep that fire in your belly, that willpower and that self-esteem and that courage and strength. Continue it. Now, let's bring the elbows below the shoulders if this is okay for you. If you've got back issues that stop you from doing this, then please just stay resting on the mat. If we're happy here, however, let's push up through the shoulders and just do a gentle pull through your arms and try and imagine you're getting your chest to touch the wall in front of you. You're reaching your chest tall to the end of your mat, opening up through the front of your body. in that area that we just got into really well then. Keep breathing through the nose if we can. Nice big breaths. And let's roll onto our backs now. I'd like you to grab your bolster now. If you've got a bolster or your pillow or whatever it is that you're using as your support when you're seated. We're going to bring it onto the mat, and I'd like you to line it up so that it's at your shoulder blades. We're going to bring our feet together in what's called butterfly. So our feet are together, and bring them in nice and close to your pubic bone, as close as you can comfortably get them. Bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. Take an inhale breath as you lower your head to the mat and feel that opening through the front of your body. So we're trying to open up here. Now what you can do is plant your shoulder blades into your bolster or whatever you've got, and then you can start to walk your hips in a little bit so that you're doing exactly what I tell you not to do in Pilates, and you're creating this little arch in your back. So this is nice here because it's under control and we're not doing any movement around it. We're just holding the position. We're not extending through the lower back, we're extending through the thoracic spine, the middle of the back. And we're taking big breaths, so as you breathe in, feel your lungs expand and your back expand and open. And exhale, just sink a little bit more into the stretch and into the opening. Now if this is uncomfortable for you with this little thoracic open or this chest opening, you can just take this away. You can take this away, you can put it in the lower back even, and just support your lower spine or your lower back with your bolster or your pillow, and do the exact same thing. Get your shoulder blades so that they're flat against the mat, and just breathe here. Hand on the belly, hand on the heart. And in this position, we can start to get some good breath into the belly. So let's start to get the breath, or direct the breath into the belly, in through the nose. And feel the hand that's on your belly lift. Out through the nose, just let it all relax and sink. In through the nose, feel the belly. Out through the nose, and let it all sink. Another big deep breath, filling the belly. And let's just return to normal breathing now. Now let's stay here if you're comfortable. If you really like that opening in through the thigh, through your inner thigh or your adductors, then please do stay in this position. However, if you're not enjoying it that much, or if it's taking too much of your attention away, or it's making you feel uncomfortable, let's move in now to our Shavasana, our corpse pose, which is just lying flat on the mats, feet nice and wide, about as wide as your mats. Try and get yourself aligned in the center. Look down just for a little bit. Let your feet drop out. Bring everything else down to the mat. You can use your bolster here behind your knees. If you do get back pain, that's really a beautiful way to use your pillows and your bolsters. You can also use it under your head. If you feel like you want a pillow, whatever it is that you need today, let's find that position. I think I'm just going to go flat. Really want to connect into the ground today. So do whatever you need, last minute adjustments to make yourself even just 10% more comfortable. Now today, we are just going to do a few minutes of silence, so silent meditation. Now I'm just going to set you up with a little bit of visualization and a little bit of guidance, and then I'd like you to challenge yourself a little bit because meditation isn't easy, it's quite hard. But I'd like to see how you go in silence, and your goal through the silence is to keep your attention and your focus on your breath and your mind still. So the goal for the silent meditation today is just to keep our mind still and from wandering and from letting thoughts come in. And if they do, that's okay. Just remembering that each time we gently ask a thought to move on, that's a step in the right direction, because we're teaching our brain now to to let things go when we're in this position, when we're setting ourselves up for meditation. So once you're in a position, let's take some deep breaths. In through the nose, out through the nose. Let your body relax, let every single muscle switch off. We'll do a very quick scan of the body and then we'll go into our silent meditation. So starting at the feet today, moving up through the ankles. See if you can identify any points of tension or tightness. As you exhale, allow that area to completely switch off. Moving up to the calf. Inhale, find the point. Exhale, melt it and relax it. Give it permission. Moving up now through the knee. Using our exhale breath to release points of tension. Breathing up through the body now into the hip. The big area of tension through the body. Focus all your attention into the hips, to the hip joints, to the muscles, to the glutes. Use that exhale breath to give those areas permission to relax. Moving up now past our hips into our belly. Our fiery point, our Manipura Chakra, where we focused all our attention today. This one might need a little extra help. You can use the inhale breath to fill the belly and let the abs switch off. Exhale, relax it all down to the mat. Moving up now into the chest and the shoulders. Exhale to melt them down to the mat. Thinking now about the hands and the arms. Everything is off, everything is relaxed. Moving up now finally to the neck and the head. And we'll finish on the third eye chakra, or the muscles around the eyes. These are the ones that will probably stay switched on the most. Inhale, breath. Exhale, relax, release, switch them off. If you find your eyes wanting to open, you may want to bring a pillow or something over your eyes so that they will stay closed. Now we've found this new point, or this new found sensation of relaxation and rest. Let's remain here for a few minutes. I'll leave you now, your own body, your own stillness. Allow my voice now to guide you back to the room. back into your body. Start to wiggle the fingers and toes. They've started to nod off a little bit. That's okay. Take a big inhale breath and let it escape. In your own time, start to roll over to your right hand side. And finally pressing back up into a seated position. When you're here, find a comfortable spot. Bring your hands to your knees. Reach tall through the spine. Feel that beautiful sensation, vibration of today's session moving through your body, the energy filling every cell, everything that we did today, the breath, the movement, the exercise, the focus. It's all pulsing through your body, positively, beautiful energy flow. Take everything that we've used today and bring it off the mat with you. And we can bring our hands together at the center of the heart if we wish. Thank you for practicing with me today. I'd also like you to take a moment to thank yourself and everybody else around you who has practiced with you today or another day, or anybody who's taking the time to connect with themselves and their body. Namaste. Well, thank you, everybody. That was a great session. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said in my session the other day, I'm now changing my Mindful Energize. Still going to be Monday. Monday Mindful Energize is going to be now pre-recorded and uploaded at midday. All of my classes will be now uploaded at midday. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, you will have a class midday. Monday is our Mindful Energize. Wednesday is Pilates, and Friday is our flow. So I tried to make that easy to remember. Monday, Mindful Energize. Friday, full body flows. Wednesday is Pilates. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing today from now on, and I'll also be introducing some more live classes. That announcement is coming soon. Otherwise, have an excellent day, and I will see you later.